I know I was supposed to do this yesterday, but I wanted to review Red's End of Silence because it's actually the 11th anniversary of when it was released. It was released back in June 2006, and now it's June 2017. And I was supposed to do this yesterday because yesterday was the anniversary, not today, but I'd already put out a video yesterday, and I was just tired. This is honestly a great album. It's their first album. It's got so many highlights on it, and I'm really happy to talk about each and every song going track by track. And two of these songs actually made my top 10 favorite Red songs list, and I kind of regret making my number 10 pick Release the Panic. I kind of wish I had made it Let Go, and Let Go is from this record, so yeah, basically some of my very favorite Red songs are on this record. And so this album starts out with the very first track, which is an intro, called End of Silence. And this kind of starts out with Through Static. There's like talking in the background, there's some piano in this song, and then there's some strings and a little bit of like screaming in the background. And then it goes into track 2, which is Breathe Into Me. And I kind of wish the transition between track 1 and track 2 was better. Breathe Into Me is a great track. It's the second Red song I ever heard. The very first one I heard was Feed the Machine, and I didn't like it when I heard it. Because I was like a kid who didn't like heavy music. But then I heard Breathe Into Me, and I loved Breathe Into Me. I always have loved this one. It's their most popular song. It's got, I think it's got close to 8 million views on YouTube, and that's Red's most viewed music video. And it's for good reason. I mean, I understand why it got so big. It's really accessible, it's like a modern rock song. I like the bass tone in the verse, and the chorus is just so catchy. It's one of the catchiest Red songs out there. I think that it has a very good bridge, you know, and it's honestly, I love like the backup vocals, and yeah, this track is really catchy. It's a great first song to show people if you want to get someone into Red. It's a great first song to show them. And the next song, track 3, is Let Go, and this I really kind of regret not putting in my top 10 list because this is one of my favorites. This track clocks in at over 5 minutes long, and for good reason. It has a lot of sides to it, has a lot of dimensions. It's not just all heavy, all on 10, you know, the whole time. There's actually kind of a string section where it gets kind of soft toward the end of the song, and it closes out. It has a really cool outro. But yeah, I love the scream in the bridge of this song. I think it's Michael's longest scream. I think I counted it. It's like 11 seconds long. He's like, just let go! And then he holds that out for a very long time, and it's so awesome. And then the instruments come crashing back in, and his scream is still going in the back. It's awesome. The main guitar riff, like, and the intro of this song kind of reminds me of Left Behind by Slipknot, which this song is tuned down to drop C in guitar, and then Left Behind by Slipknot is actually in drop B, so they're in different tunings, but for some reason they just really remind me of each other. Of course, this came out later, so maybe they used it as an influence. I don't know. Okay, track 4 is Already Over, and this was another single. The chorus is so good. I love the harmony lines. It has very mellow kind of verses, and the verses will definitely grow on you. I know that the verses used to be kind of forgettable for me in the past, but now that I've come back to really listen to Already Over quite a bit, the verses have really grown on me. I don't listen to this song very often, which is kind of weird, because whenever I do listen to it, I do really like it, but I don't tend to seek it out that much. I don't know what it is. I guess I just wish the lyrics could have been a little bit better. I think it like pales in comparison to some of the other songs on this record, but it's still very good, and I understand why they made it a single. Track 5 is Lost, and this song is so long, again, just like Let Go. And this song has kind of a piano intro, and I absolutely love the way this song starts. I love how it builds. I love how it goes into the main riff, and then the verse, it just kind of like quiets down. And I absolutely love the dynamics in this song. I think it's very well produced. Rob Graves, you're the man! Basically, I love how this track was arranged and everything. There's a cool bass line going on, in the verse, I'm pretty sure. I mean, I wish it was a little louder, I guess, but that's just me being a bass player. I want all my bass lines to be loud. I really love Michael's singing here. He reaches these crazy high notes. He really puts a lot of emotion into this track, so Lost is just really great. It's a standout track. Track 6 is Pieces, and I've already talked about this one in my top 10 favorite Red songs list. This made it at number 5. I remember hearing this song live at Winter Jam, and it was really funny. Like, I don't even think I heard the song before I went and saw it live. So it was like the first time I'd ever heard Pieces, and I remember just like something about it just hit me in the feels, and like I started literally crying so loud, like at this concert at Winter Jam, and everyone's all looking at me weird because I'm crying really loudly, and I'm just like in the moment, and I'm just like feeling it. So I really like how this song is emotional. Red is a Christian band. The way I interpret the lyrics is, you know, someone coming to God just kind of like broken down and just, you know, honestly just a mess, you know, and they're feeling whole again, you know, by the end of the song, you know, and there's that transformation going on during the song, and I love that. I love the length this song is at. I love how it picks up about 4 minutes in. It's really cool. And I absolutely love this track. I cannot say enough great things about it. Then we move on to track 7. And this is Break Me Down! I love this track so much. And everyone knows it. I don't even know if I'm going to talk about it that much because everyone is probably sick of me gushing over how amazing this song is. But this is my favorite Red song. I love the atmosphere and the intro. I absolutely love how much in the forefront the violins are being mixed, and the orchestration is not easy to play. Take it from a violin player myself. I've tried to learn this song on violin. I tried to learn it for like close to an hour, and I could only play like one little riff from the whole song because the rest of it was just really kind of weird and hard to play. So I can appreciate the musicality of this track. I absolutely love this bridge. I think it's their best bridge. I love these lyrics. It has so much energy. It gets me so pumped. One other thing I want to mention is I love the transitions between like the verse and the chorus and the verse, the chorus and the bridge and the chorus. Like all those transitions, they just did amazingly. It really stands out. Next will be track 8, which is Wasting Time, and this is also a really good track. I mean, the middle of this album is really where it shines the most, I think. 3 of my favorite songs off of here, Pieces, Break Me Down, Wasting Time, they're all in a row, and I think that's awesome. It really makes the listening experience very enjoyable. So, Wasting Time. The thing that stands out about this track is that I think it's Red's best guitar work to date. I absolutely love the guitar riff that's going on. It's so catchy, and this track also is just so energy-packed. It's such like a hard rock song. I love the guitar rhythm at the end of the chorus. It kind of like fades in and out, and it pulses kind of in a weird way, and it's like, oh, you don't think that the guitar's gonna come back right there, but then it actually does, and it's kind of off rhythm, and I really like that. The way I interpret the lyrics is that it's talking about the devil, because it's like, jump back, I'll beat you down, it's over now, I'm fighting my way through you, you know? And when I saw Red live the second time, they opened with this song, and it was so awesome. It's a perfect opening track, and it's awesome live. Track 9 is Gave It All Away, and this really reminds me of Linkin Park. Like, this is the most Linkin Park sounding song I think Red's ever done. And I swear, just the verse and the intro sound so much like what they would do in Meteora or Hybrid Theory, because there's kind of this echoey percussion going on in the verse, and then there's kind of this haunting piano going on. I thought it was a weaker song, you know, when I first listened to End of Silence, and I guess it's not one of my favorites, but it definitely grew on me, and I really do enjoy listening to this one. I've been praising every single track. You know what? I just noticed that. Some of them outshine others, but there's no bad songs on here. Like, I don't know. Anyway, this chorus is so good. Like, the lyrics are really intense, you know. It has a good bridge. It's really It has a really aggressive bridge, and I like the kind of chaotic sound of the guitars, you know, and Michael is just screaming. And so that's track 9, Gave It All Away. This song is Hide, and this one is pretty good. I kind of wish it would have been a little bit earlier in the album. Well, I guess I'm not praising every track, but I will praise this track too in a minute. I just gotta say what I gotta say. So, I feel like Wasting Time probably would have been a good closer to the album, you know? But anyway, Hide is really good. It has a nice kind of high-pitched guitar riff, you know, it's way up on the fretboard, you can tell. And I love the chorus of this song, and the strings are also pretty out there on this one too. There's kind of a 3-chord pattern that the song is doing, and the violins are kind of playing different notes than the guitar chord is really doing. Like, I don't know how to explain it very much, but I mean, if you really know the song, you might know what I'm talking about. But it's like the violins are kind of going into this lower register, which is kind of interesting. It sounds kind of cool. I heard that Michael Barnes hit the highest notes he's ever hit in a Red song in this track. I'm not sure where he does that, but this song he also shows off his higher register. It has an amazing outro, by the way. This is one of the best outros on the album, because Hide is over 5 minutes long. The real song is only about 4 minutes long though, but this track has like a 1-minute outro with kind of orchestral elements and piano, and it gets really soft toward the end, and it's really cool and relaxing. I love the piano in the outro. And then it fades into actually the last track, which is track 11. It is Already Over Part 2. Basically, Already Over Part 2 is already over, just an acoustic version, so it's not a song on its own. I don't really look at it like that. I kind of like how they slow down the vocal melody in this track. This is honestly so mellow. Like, this is another one of the super ballady songs. It's an interesting way to close the album, doing an acoustic version of an earlier song. I do wish they would have closed it out with something else. I mean, other than that, this is such a great album. Usually, albums have an issue of, like, there's a couple meh tracks, you know, that you usually skip past, let's be honest. But this album doesn't really have that. Like, for a little while, Gave It All Away and Already Over, I would skip past those 2 tracks, but those tracks are growers, and they have grown on me quite a bit, and I never skip any of these songs. When I saw them live, it was on the End of Silence 10th anniversary tour, and they played, how many tracks off of this thing? They played 8 tracks off of End of Silence. They played every single song off this album, except for Gave It All Away, Already Over Part 2, and the intro. And it was so amazing to get that, like, experience of seeing almost the whole album played live, you know, because it's such an experience, you know, and it made me kind of look at the album in a different way and almost kind of appreciate it more. I love this album. I really can't say enough good things about it. I think I'm gonna give it a 9 out of 10, and I'm gonna give it a pretty strong 9 out of 10. I wish I could have reviewed it yesterday instead of today, but oh well. I got to it eventually. It's better late than never, right? Okay, so shout out to Tony Bivens for recommending this to me, and shout out to Zach D for recommending that I review Red's discography, which I will do. Leave me some suggestions in the comments for which album you want me to review next, and thanks for watching, and see you in the next video.